people have been saying that the R&B guys are more gangster than like the rap guys. What's going on with the R&B guys?
Man, the R&B guys, listen, it's true. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we could sing, that's it, but, you know, don't let it fool you. Yeah, like, I'm from really the hood. Yo, what's going on? My name is Eric Bellinger, Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter. Curious, my new single is out right now. It's featuring Fabulous. It's featuring Cordae. Nyla, we need to talk.
What's up, guys? Nyla Symone here from We Need to Talk. As you know, we drop 2 interviews a week, each and every Monday and each and every Thursday. Brand new exclusive content from your favorite celebrities, influencers, whoever. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with everything that we have going on. And make sure you guys just share, tell a friend to tell a friend, drop a comment, show your girl some love, all right? What's going on, guys? Nyla Symone here with another episode of We Need to Talk. And today we got an R&B legend in the building. We got Eric Bellinger here.
Yeah, that's my favorite L word right there.
What, legend?
Yeah, you know.
You get that a lot, though, right?
It's the favorite.
Favorite
L. I ain't taking no L's, but legend.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel like people give you that?
You know, people say it, and I don't think I, necessarily connected, yeah, that's right, I'm a legend. You know what I mean? I just appreciate that they even see me in that light, because I know, legend has a deep definition, and I feel like I'm on my way to legendary status, but it's still a few checklists I gotta knock off.
What's on that checklist?
Number one's Grammys, more Grammys, just consistency. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to have 20 Grammys. I want to have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool to have,
I'll say this, just longevity-wise and quality-wise.
Mm-hmm.
What you got is damn good.
I agree. But thank you so much. I don't want to say it like I'm speaking as I'm not giving myself the credit that I feel. I do think the music is, good. I spend my time with it. I take, risks that are, edgy and not too risky, but just enough to stand apart. You know what I mean? So I'm very intentional. So to hear it, it's like, okay, cool, I'm on track. You know what I mean? Just taking a humble approach.
Not mad at that at all.
You know what I mean? I don't want to I gotta stay grounded.
Yeah. I do feel like, though, at some point, you kind of need to, pop your shit a little bit.
In what way? What's a safe way to pop it? Or it don't matter about putting a safety clip on?
I feel like
it talk that, you know what I mean? What does that mean?
I mean, you could take it several different ways. You could put it on a record, or you could just do it publicly, via social media. You could do it in the interview.
I got a public service announcement to make.
Honestly, because niggas don't know what they don't know.
I agree.
Niggas don't know what they don't know. Sometimes it's you be humble and shit, but then niggas don't really know all that's in your arsenal, or all you've accomplished, all the songs you wrote, all the hits you've been a part of. People don't know.
I be wanting them to do their own history. I gotta get them the backline. I gotta go ahead and give it to them, huh?
I'm just saying.
All right. I'm gonna find ways. It's still easy.
Or maybe you do something I don't know.
Nah, let's go. I like this talk. One more minute on it. Come on, because I want to go and talk that smiggity snackety, but I also, it's just who I am.
Stop.
It's just
stop that. Just stop that. You've been doing this for too long for you to keep doing that.
It's just who I am.
I
know who I am for sure.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I know so much. I don't care if nobody else know. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I do.
Care.
I feel you. I do. It's almost kind of I was just talking to Ruben Vincent, and he was saying how he's so good, right?
Yeah.
But he was saying how he hates social media, but he knows he has to be on social media because that's just what it is right now to be an artist. But I feel like it kind of applies to just talking your shit, kind of, because you might live in your own ecosystem, and those who are tapped in with what you do know what you do and all you've done. But those who don't know, you gotta say it's if you didn't take the picture and Instagram didn't see it, it never happened.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
That's why I feel like.
All right, cool. I'm gonna work more on that.
He's about to come in here mad, media trained, like, new project out. It's dope. I got fab on it. Like,
I'm about to go in there like, y'all lucky I came here today. Energy shift, plot twist.
Wait, what's your sign?
Aries.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you humble.
That's the thing. I know I'm nice. I'm like the nicest. You know what I mean? Like, I really feel like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know that nobody can do everything that I can do in every room that I can step foot in and actually do what's necessary for everyone that was like, what was missing in that song? We don't remember. You know what I mean? I know that.
Yeah.
But I just don't be popping it. I know it though. And the people that need to know, they call me all the time.
Oh, do they really?
Oh yeah, for sure. Album time. Hit me. 1-800-HIT-EAZY.
Yeah, I like that. That was good. Shameless plug.
Yeah.
Is that what, I guess, like, started the project off?
Yeah. Yeah, from HITMAKA and Easy, obviously. But people always hit us for joints. They always reaching out like, yo, what's up, man? I need a joint. Can we get in the studio? My phone rings the most for people to give them songs. You know what I mean? So it only was right when we said 1-800-HIT-EAZY. Then when part 2 came around, it was like, oh, line 2, the phone, the metaphor, the bar in the name.
Silly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
it's silly.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Dope. Thank you.
I was going to say, what would you attribute, because I know you write mad records for a lot of people, but does that in any way, like I feel like, I don't know, I'm not you, but I feel like if I was a great songwriter, I wouldn't give a fuck about trying to put my own stuff out just because I don't want all that comes with being in the light like you are. Yeah.
You think I'm in the light? You think I'm in the...
Well...
I wonder. See, I feel like I got a balance, you know what I mean? So I write songs for, all artists from independent to major. So the songs be huge. So as far as a songwriter, I feel like, I'm up there top tier when it comes to, like, writing and behind the scenes. And I know my artistry is independent. I never signed no major deal my whole career, so I look at it like it's right where it should be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's the perfect amount of I'm busy. If I have a show, it's sold out. Like, if I go, you know what I mean? So it's great, but I feel like there is another level. Say, for example, I always was signed with a major label, like, since the beginning of my career. Like, and then I feel like the writing I wouldn't have been, able to do as much of the writing, and I wouldn't have had as much freedom with my artistry to have a partnership. You know what I'm saying? Like, to just literally say, hey guys, here's my album. You know what I mean? Like, let's rock with it, and they just support me 100%. You can't do that type of thing when you're, at the big corporations with the machines. They low-key telling you what to do, and, I feel like I've been living the best of both worlds for real, like, as far as both hats from songwriter and artist, but it's not too hectic.
Yeah.
It might be headed there.
The light isn't
it might be headed
megaphone, but it's.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like
speak
perfect.
Niggas hear it though. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, no, I appreciate that. I think I stay so much in my own zone that I really don't be knowing, like, you feel me, like, what's out there, like, what people was thinking, what people perception. Because for so long, I just was like worried about it, and then when I wasn't getting the response that I wanted, the manly, the human, you feel me, that response, it put me in a place like, all right, I'm going to just pack up, I'm going to go to the studio, I'm going to live in there, and I'm going to make sure that I do what I need to do so that, like you're saying, like, when I step outside again, they're saying what I want them to say, and it's happening now for sure. Flowers everywhere.
Yes.
Is that rosemary, daisy, dandelion?
You're silly. I love that. I always wanted to say this. Though you hadn't met me at the time, but I feel like the song GOAT was written for me. It's so crazy.
It was.
Like, how did you know?
It was. I did. Bass, let's think. And I don't know. I'm writing from, like, what I feel the people want. You know what I mean? Like, that was the, everybody throw the GOAT word around, but I'm like, I could say I'm the GOAT, but I could also just flip it, say she the GOAT, and go in on that. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because when it first came out, we was deciding, like, what should we make the single? Should it be GOAT? Should it be Drive By? They was both on the same album. It was like, Drive By is a smooth R&B song, but GOAT might get us in the club, might get us on the radio. and we went with GOAT. And, you know, I was happy that we did because Drive-By, it still did its thing, still went GOAT.
Yeah, I feel like Drive-By is more like on my playlist, you know what I mean? Like, I have it on repeat.
You chose the right song?
You chose the right song. You got a good thing going.
I've been wondering, because, like, what if we put that same energy in Drive-By? Because they both go.
They both go, but I feel like certain songs you want to hear on repeat, like on your playlist or my drive, whatever. Other records you want to hear in other spaces, like more outside, more turn up, more up. You know what I mean?
So yeah, we did the right thing.
I think so.
Shout out to God.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that song's about me, so sorry that I got the GOAT. But
yeah.
So tell me about you and HITMAKA's relationship. How did you guys become cool, and when did y'all get into the lab?
So, man, we first started working together before I was even, like, dropping frequently, like, as far as my artistry, and we was just writing. It started off just, like, building catalog to pitch to other artists. Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
It started off just doing co-write sessions and pitching the songs. And then I think we just got so many songs, it was kind of like, hey, bro, let's just drop a project. It's so many records, it only makes sense. Instead of trying to track people down. And, you know, once we decided to do it, we went all in. And then it was the pandemic. So we debated on dropping it, but we still put it out. Just didn't get as much push as we would have liked because it was a pandemic. So now line 2 is like, let's run it back and really put the proper marketing, the proper promotion, and the proper legwork in. And here we are.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite girls on there that you have is Money Long. And I know, you know, she has a similar background as you. What's that history?
So when she and I first met, we were both songwriting too. So we did a lot of co-writing sessions like a decade ago. And when I saw her pop out, I immediately hit her like, what? That's how you feel? Like, you just gonna switch up everything on them? So I was like, man, sometimes you gotta switch it up, coming new, you know? And it was a dope conversation, but it was like, yo, well, we gotta do a song. We gotta do a record. I love Hours and Hours. It was like when she first dropped it. And I was like, I'll let you know when I got the record. And when I had Obsession, it was like, yo, this is perfect. This is picking up right where she left off with Hours and Hours. It's that R&B. It's that feel good. It's that classic soul. She killed it. Emailed it right back.
How do you like maintain the hits, honestly? Because like when you hear an Eric Bellinger record, you know it's an Eric Bellinger type of record. But how do you maintain that?
I think the hardest part is picking the songs that I release on the album. I have over 1,000 unreleased songs. And with those songs, they all cool, you know what I mean? But it's about making sure, like, when we pick that album, like, I'm sending songs through the ringer. I'm playing them for everybody. I'm, like, looking at reactions in the room, in the car. If somebody say, repeat that. Sometimes if nobody respond or if nobody like, all right, that's not hard. That song ain't hard enough. Like, because I look at myself as a different standard. Like when Dream drops, when Babyface drops, when these songwriters drop, you listen to their albums a little bit harder and you comb through them with a little bit of a more fine-toothed comb. And we just tough when it's time to pick the album. We be having listening parties with people coming, writing down. We still do old school.
I love that.
Yeah, like, yo, write down your favorite song. The one that you hate or you love it, tell us. We don't care. It's anonymous. Nobody write their name. I do at least 3 of those before dropping the album.
Are you like sensitive to it? No.
Never. Nah, never. I got a lot. I got a lot of songs. Cause songs, it's like either that one or that one. You know what I mean? Like, and if, you know, I'm gonna think everything is good. So it's like I gotta listen to the people around me. And trust
artists
them.
do not think like that though. It's like, nah, this the one.
I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, especially the fact that like you're not or never been with like a major label. Usually they're like the ones who decide. But
the major,
fact that
right?
You still let people decide.
Yeah, cause I'm not. I look at myself as like the vessel for everyone. My face is the brand for everybody. But the same way they going to work and the same way we all at the studio making sure we do the right thing for the Eric Bellinger brand, I want to make sure too. You know what I mean? I'm not the brains behind it. I'm the talent. I'm the creative. I'm the writer. I'm the, even being like the CEO, even like being like, yo, this is my label. I'm still like, I have people around me that I trust for a reason, you know?
Love that. as a creative, I feel like it's hard to let other people kind of not dictate, but
yeah, you gotta have an opinion still.
Yeah,
I'm not the person that's non-opinionated. I for sure got something to say, but I will be. I'm always receptive. Like, yo, what do you think for real? Because you could enlighten me.
Yeah. Now you have two people, actually three people that I love, but very West Coast, Kalan, for real, and Blxt.
Yeah.
What made you want to pick them?
Because, man, I respect the new generation. I respect Next, you know what I mean? And them is two of my homies. Them is my dogs. Like, I work with them on a regular basis. Just, we got songs that we just ain't never put out together, you know? So
what's the session with you and Blxt like? Because I know his ear, at least production-wise, is stupid. So
it's stupid.
Yeah.
The session with Blxt is like me being surprised every 5 seconds. I mean, like, bro, how did you know what I mean? Because we'll be writing, but he'll also play songs that he has. And some songs, I'll be like, bro, I need that one. Like, let me get that one, And I think it's the same with Kalan. Like, the first time I worked with Kalan, we did a song. We never put it out, but I always think about it. I'm like, man, that song need to be out. But, when you work with people that you enjoy actually working with, sometimes that moves faster than the pace of a release.
Yeah. That's true. And then Cordae. What? Cordae could have been in the cut. I know he about to be a dad and whatnot, but I was happy to,
He got the bars.
Yeah.
He the leader of the new school, man. I had a session with Game one time, and he walked in, and I was like, oh, Cordae. I knew of him, you know what I mean? But once I seen him, like, freestyle, he hopped on a mic, and it was one of them situations where the booth ain't in another room. It's right there, like, we all sitting here looking at you, and he just blacked out like he was in the booth, you know what I mean? He made the room black. And from then on, I just had this certain respect for him and love for his art. And when it was time to pick the single, it was like, I'm calling him. I called Cordae, and then HITMAKA hit Fab, and it was like, oh, I didn't know you was. I didn't know you. What should we do? Like, who should we get? Should we do one of them? Like, are you kidding me? It's both energy. Yeah. We need both verses. So they both sent them in. It was like, how we gonna shoot the video? Super Bowl weekend came. Everybody was already in town. It worked out.
A vibe. It looks like everybody does call you for hits, and I know we're talking about like having the light on you. Do you see yourself being like, all right, no more calls?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
No.
Gotta do what I did to get here in order to stay here. Plus, I just did a deal with Rock Nation, so they're gonna be on my head if I don't write no more songs. They're gonna be like, we understand you got a song, it's charting, but we need that advance recoup.
True enough.
And I love them so much. Yeah. I love Rock Nation. Shout out Michelle, man, Andrew, the whole family.
Congratulations on that. That's dope. I didn't even know you had that. All right, we're gonna play 2 games. Somebody told me I look like I throw a great game night.
You give me like a game night vibe.
Game night vibe?
Yeah, like you give me like fun vibe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Fun sounds better. Game night sounds mad cheesy. I'm like...
Nah, like drinks and game night.
So I've been like in my game bag.
Yes, I see
One's like just getting to know you, and then the other one is hip-hop trivia.
All right, cool.
All right. The older I get, the less I...
care.
You said that one fast.
I don't give a...
I feel that. All right. I can't believe I actually blanked when I was younger.
I can't believe I actually... I was about to say cared.
Stop.
All right.
You're the most nonchalant nigga in the room, man.
All right, I can't believe I actually didn't take piano lessons.
You had the option, you said no.
Yeah. My mom had to sign me up.
That was dumb.
Stupid.
She knew, though.
She signed me up. MKB, Mother Knows Best.
Oh,
I got a song. It's a song. I got a song. I was called MKB.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a kid's cartoon song. You can go to YouTube and I'm going to send you the link.
My mom would love that.
Mama Knows Best. Yeah, Mother's Day just dropped.
That's fire. Okay. I'm a little embarrassed by the fact that I know so little about blank.
I would say black movies growing up.
No.
Like rated R. Like I didn't watch none of them movies. My mom was
Really?
like, "You crazy?" Yeah, I didn't know a lot of them movies.
But you know them now.
Now, yeah, I've been doing crash tests. Everybody be like, "Yo, watch this one now." Watch. But yeah,
So
back
what's
then.
some of your favorites now?
All right, you got Coming to America,
Okay,
Boomerang.
yes. Okay, great.
Um,
You got all the Eddie Murphys.
which ones you got?
Did
I
you
got.
see- what is it? Nightmare on Friday? What's it
Nah,
called?
I didn't see
the
that.
Eddie Murphy one? Where he's in
I didn't
Brooklyn?
see
Oh,
that.
Vampire in Brooklyn. No?
Nah.
You gotta see that one.
See, that's what I'm saying. People be liking me, like putting me
seen
up.
Friday?
Yeah, Friday.
Don't
yeah.
Be a Menace.
Friday, Don't Be a Menace. Yeah,
Love
yeah. I
Jones?
caught up. Yeah, Love Jones.
Okay.
Love that.
Love and Basketball.
Set It Off. Loving Basketball.
Okay.
Loving Basketball I seen early, so that was cool.
Okay.
But
You seen enough for me to not
now,
take your card.
yeah, now. But back then, maybe like 15 years ago, it was over.
Really?
Yeah, forget it.
I can't believe that. When people say that to me, it's like, what were you watching?
I know. Vacation Bible School.
Oh. Mama knows best. Sometimes I look back at my life and blank.
And laugh. I don't know. I was so worried. You know what I mean? Like, damn. Just be cool, be patient, you know. I don't know. I did that today. I actually wrote a little note to myself that I was like, I'm going to find this again later. And I actually wrote that kind of energy today.
Fire. It's hard to be patient in this because you look to your left, you look to your right, you see people going viral, you see this, you
Right.
see that. A lot of it don't even be real, but you think it's real,
You
so
think
it's like,
real.
yeah.
I had to find out about that and learn, like, because I'm like, why is that happening? Or why is that happening so organically? I'm like, oh, it's not organic. It's a seed.
Yeah.
It was
But
planted.
Here
But
we are, man.
Here we are. It's like,
2023.
yo, play the game or, you know, get out.
But I do feel like the non-organic things, like, they have their moments. But that's why I said with you, like, longevity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It was, yeah.
It's just
It
different.
was all organic. It was all organic. Like, you know, people for sure approach me like, yo, we should do this or do that. Like, this will go viral. But I always was like, nah, I don't want to be known for that. I don't want to actually go viral for that. And then when I did the Tiny Desk joint with Usher, that joint went viral. And it's like, that's why I want to go viral.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
For the right reasons. Because now when people see me, they think that as opposed to when I tripped up the stairs or something. You know what I'm saying? On purpose. Like,
Yes.
some dumb shit.
You know, it's funny. Actually, the Tiny Desk thing you just reminded me. People have been saying that the R&B guys are more gangster than, like, the rap guys. What's going on with the R&B guys?
Man, the R&B guys, listen, it's true. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we could sing, that's it. But, you know, don't let it fool you. Yeah, like, I'm from really the hood. Like, you know what I mean? And I think that when you sing, it's like, it's just it's a more level of security. You know what I mean? Like, I'm singing falsetto, homie. Like, that's not the hardest thing you could do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I know what that does and the reaction. And, you know, this is me. Period. So it's like, when you can be secure in that and know, like, yeah, I'm singing in falsetto, but who won it?
Still a man.
Who
Yeah,
won
yeah.
it? Who won it?
Not mad at it.
Yeah.
If I could teleport people, I would teleport blank.
If I could teleport people,
I feel like your answer going to be like Michael
Pac.
Jackson to the studio.
It's Pac.
Oh, Pac.
I feel like Pac would have kept everything in line. I feel like he would have helped the generation in the world a little bit more and stepped up a lot more than most would have and most do. Like, you know how Boosie right now is like, I should be a lawyer. I'm the only one speaking up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I feel like Pac would have been speaking up the whole time for some reason. You know what I mean? Like, nothing against all the other people that have been around since the beginning, but that wasn't in their character anyway. But Pac, it was.
Did you see the Dear Mama doc, the newest one?
How new?
It's
Like weeks old or like a year or something?
It's about a month and a half.
Oh, no, I ain't seen that.
You didn't see it?
I ain't seen that, no.
Honestly, I was against watching it because I'm like, all right, there's nothing new that you can teach me about Pac. I didn't see it all, read it all. But this one's super dope because it more so shows the parallel between his mom's life and his life and like all the things she's done with the Panther and how it kind of passed to Pac and he did it within hip hop. Like it's really good.
I'm gonna check it.
You gotta check that out.
We just went to the museum that he had, and they had all his journals, like all his writings on all the walls, just everything.
The doodles.
Oh my God, we was in there for hours.
Where's the museum at?
It was downtown LA. I don't know if they still have it, but they had it at the Grammy, across the street from the Grammy Museum.
That's fire.
Mm-hmm.
I made a complete fool of myself when I blinked.
I made a complete fool of myself when I forgot the words the first time I sang in front of a crowd.
Dang.
7th grade, Michael Jackson, I'll Be There, Jackson 5.
Wow.
You and I must make a pact. You know, I know now, but then it was like the music was going and I could not remember that melody. I was just like standing there. I was like, it never came.
No.
It never came. And I was just like.
But you had practiced it. You knew it.
Yeah.
You just.
That was it. I remember auditorium going up there, getting the mic. Then John was like, and I couldn't remember the song.
What is that? Stage fright?
It was big. It had to be because that was crazy.
Dang.
But it's like church. I've been singing at church since I was like young. Like, so I'm used to it. I think that was my first time actually singing like in front of a crowd, your peers. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
that's hilarious. They boo you?
Nah, they was just like, it's okay. It's okay.
Aw. I love that.
I gotta go back. Lakeside Middle School.
All right. An ideal world for you would be blank.
An ideal world for me would be money free.
Money free as in like limitless, or money free as in we don't even got to use it?
Nah, that's not a thing.
What?
We don't need to use money. Maybe it's your currency is in your character.
A lot of people would be broke.
That's a joke.
I like the way you think. You would never believe me if I told you blank.
You would never believe me if I told you I don't know how to roll my tongue. Like, you know
like,
shit don't work.
I was like that too. Before I moved to New York. When I moved to New York, I had to learn it.
Oh, so you can't learn.
Yeah. So many Spanish people here. I had to get it right. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna be
Spanish. That ain't the thing I be trying to do, but Spanish. When I try to speak, I just wanted that to be clear. Like burrito, like you know, like burrito. I don't know.
Give me what's the word where you gotta roll your R's
in Spanish?
Yeah. He's Cuban.
You know what I'm talking about? You can't do it either?
No, you're Cuban. You're supposed to know this. What is it?
No, do it longer. No, hold it.
Arroz.
Yeah, it's weird breaking it down. I would say like last time like arroyo, you know, like
arroyo.
I can do that. Arroz.
Yeah.
It's like acadero. That's what I'm saying. Acadero. But what you know what I'm talking about? The ruffles have ridges. Like I can't do it, dog.
It takes time. Don't feel bad.
But that's my thing. Yeah.
My personality trait is blank.
Fun. I like fun the most. Yeah.
You're Aries. You mad fiery. I get that. This segment is sponsored by WOODstack NYC. You guys haven't already tapped into WOODstack. They're a black-owned sneaker store in Brooklyn. They have like 8 different locations, and they got all the flyest shit. They got sneakers. They got these sneakers. They got fly jeans in there. They just took some of my money over the weekend. And yeah, so check them out. You ready?
Yes, ready.
So with just kicking it, I'm going to ask you some questions. If you get majority of the questions right, 4 out of 5, you'll win a pair of shoes.
Majority's 3.
50% technically.
60%.
It's above 50.
I don't like the shooting average.
Because the thing is, that's only one. You can only, and I'm an R&B guy. You want to do an R&B, I'm going to nail it. 5 for 5. But hip hop, give me a break. Come on.
All right. Okay.
3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Here we go. Because I'm seeing a Nike box over there.
Yo, that was good. That was good. If you need a lifeline,
It was a phone a friend.
You can phone a friend.
Okay, Rick. All right, good.
Okay.
Big cat. Let's go.
Which hip hop singer is famously referred to as the queen of hip hop soul? Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Lady Gaga, or Mary J. Blige?
We're going Mary.
Yes. No, you can't give him all
but
the
hip hop
answers.
soul, I didn't know I was gonna get hip hop. I didn't know that I was gonna be like
It's hip hop.
Yeah, we good. You
can't give him all the answers.
Nah, but I knew that. Come on, Mary J. Blige.
I'm just
Cardi
saying,
B.
like, he's
Come
over
on,
here. Nah. All right. Who is not a member of the G Unit group? Lloyd Banks.
Yeah.
Tony Ayo.
Yeah.
Eminem.
Yeah.
50 Cent.
Whoa. Say it again.
Who is not a member of the G Unit group? Lloyd Banks, Tony Yayo, Eminem, 50 Cent.
I gotta go Eminem.
Okay,
It's
you
brilliant.
You got that.
All right. I know he's Interscope. I know he's 50. I know it's Jimmy I.V. But I'm like, it's not choo-choo-choo. I never heard him say choo-choo-choo.
I never heard him say
I've never heard him say choo-choo-choo. You feel me?
All right. Which was the initial stage name of Lil Wayne?
Okay.
Young Wayne, Stunner, Shrimp Daddy, Little Star.
All right, let me think.
You know this one?
Say it again.
This is a hard one, actually.
All right, I'm going to get it right. Let's go.
Which was the initial stage name of Lil Wayne? Young Wayne, Stunner,
Young Wayne.
Shrimp Daddy, Lil Star.
Say the second one. What's B?
Stunner.
I can't give him Shrimp Daddy. That's out. Yeah, Shrimp Daddy.
Shrimp Daddy.
Yeah. I should get a half a point.
All right.
I'm glad he changed it. But
yeah, you and I both.
Shrimp Daddy?
No, Shrimp Daddy's nuts.
come on. Mariscos?
This is early. I mean, he started rapping when he was 13.
All right.
New Orleans context, though.
Yeah, you know, like.
Cajun Baby was on that.
Yes,
Well, that was one of the
yes.
options,
You
too.
change Titty Boy, but then when you take it out regional, then it's like,
Whoa.
What is Titty Boy, though? Like,
Titty means like when you like it's a southern slang, like when you're attached to your mother, like you a titty boy.
okay. Boom, bow.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to do that one.
Yeah, give me a good one. Here we go. All right, we had 3 for 3 so far.
Okay. What is the middle name of Drake? Aubrey, Graham, Tory, Drake.
Damn.
Aubrey, Graham, Drake, Tory.
So, I think his last name is Graham. I think Aubrey is one of them, but I don't know if Drake is his real name.
This is a trick question.
He said, they just said,
What is the middle name of Drake?
Drake,
Aubrey?
Aubrey, Drake, Graham. I gotta give it Aubrey if I'm only going Drake, Aubrey, Graham. I don't know if his first name is Drake, though.
Final answer.
Final answer. Damn, I'm not really a Drake fan. Like,
It's a trick question.
oh, cause I'm like, oh, it is. He don't have a middle name.
No.
Oh, damn.
But it's like the obvious.
Aubrey, Drake, Graham.
You want to phone a friend? I think you should phone a friend.
We're gonna phone a friend, cause this could be my winning question.
Yes.
We're gonna go with Drake.
Yes.
Let's go, team. I needed y'all on the whip.
You want a pair of sneakers from WOODstack.
WOODstack in the building. Pull up.
So you can pick your pair.
All right.
You got 2 options.
That's
One's
fire.
New Balance and one's a pair of Jordans that haven't been released yet.
You open it? We can open it?
Yeah, that's all you.
Wow. I get to choose. Ooh. Okay.
Let me see what you got over here.
I like that. I like those. Ooh, I like those too. Dang. All right, let me see.
Which one is it for you? Are you the Jordan or are you the New Balance? You know.
I probably would wear the New Balance more.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm a New Balance.
New Balance. Feel
Gang.
you.
I'm going to lock in with the N-locks. Much love.
Love that.
Big shout out to WOODstack. Lace me with the Earth Tone Jones.
Fire.
As you can see, I'm going to swag those out properly. It's easy.
Love that. Thank you. I'm a New Balance type of girl too, so you did good in my book.
All right, cool, man. We winning over here today, you know what I'm saying?
So, Eric, thank you so much for stopping by and chopping it up with me.
No problem.
I'm just looking forward to continue to see you grow and all that you do.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. For real. That whole convo was dope. Beginning the convo was dope. It was enlightening. It was letting me know to go ahead and
talk your shit. If you take away anything from this,
go ahead and step into that crown. Wear it proudly.
Yeah.
I love you. Thank you.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Shout out to Graham. Let everybody know where they can follow you.
Yo, follow me, man. Oh, let me get back on the mic.
He's like, call me.
Yo, make sure y'all follow me. Instagram, Twitter, everything is just my real name, full name, EricBellinger. A lot of updates on the way. Go to the website too, ericbellinger.com. It's easy.
Yes, and if you guys are new to We Need to Talk, make sure you guys subscribe, share, like, follow. We appreciate you. Until next time. Peace. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that lovely conversation. You already know We Need to Talk for all your exclusive interviews with your favorite artists, celebrities, influencers, etc. Now, if you guys haven't already, make sure you drop a comment. Show me some love. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like. I'm open to criticism. And also, please, whatever you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the latest content that drops when it drops.